You can't find the same person twice, not even in the same person. I think I read that somewhere once and it stuck with me. People change, for better or worse. And if you have been in contact with someone from your childhood, for example, and then life happens, you separate, you come back, change has happened. Life has happened to you. Either growth or destruction, or subtle changes that you could not see. For example, some people might say, well, I've known that person and they're the same. Change happens on so many levels. Yes, some are obvious, where they change for the better or worse, but there is the emotional, there is the mental, there is the energetic change, or I want to say spiritual. So, just remember that you are perceiving life from your lens on a scientific level. That is also been proven, that we experience this reality through our nervous system, through our senses, through our perception. And every person does that. And if you go back to the core of the human experience or the human makeup, you will realize we are just energy. Energy so much, how do I explain it? So when you accumulate energy so much, it becomes so dense that it forms a solid form. That's what a human is, scientifically speaking, plus spiritually speaking, So as a human being, you're just energy. Energy stuck together, making you walking around, looking different than everybody or the same, who cares? And people associate the this experience as the physical, as something solid, but it's not solid. And going back to the change, if you are energy, then you're not still on every level, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You're not still. And if you're not still, you vibrate in ways that causes change to your environment, or the vibration of your environment to you. Everything is connected, the same old saying. And so we go back to that quote that I've read. I don't know where and who said it, but if you do comment. You will not find the same person twice. That's how unique you are. You might think that that's not true because you are so similar to your, siblings or friends or even your soul tribe. But even in that, you are not exactly the same in every way. The perception is yours. You are experiencing reality from within, not without. Now, there are agreements, or there are grounds where you agree on things. Let's say most of the things in a perfect world. Most of the things. But still, you perceive it slightly different. And so that creates change, especially with time. Because after all, this kind of reality is based on time, right? So, you will never find the same person twice. Not even in the same person. You know when you meet someone and they say, oh, you've changed so much. In society, they make you feel bad about it. Most of the time, let's say. Oh, you changed, that's not you. It's only natural to change. It's only natural to grow. Now, again, for better or worse, that is another case. It's debatable, but that's not the point. You change. You change every day, you change every week, you change every year. You change. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. It doesn't matter if you notice it or not. You change. And so when people come into your life or walk out of your life, just know it is because you are changing. And even the ones that have known you, you know, by name, by looks, on the physical form, and they tell you, well, you've changed, this is not you. Don't let that affect you or upset you or make you revert to the old self. Because you're not your old self. You don't live in the past. If you have people around you that pressure you to act in a certain way because that is the society standards or that is how you were brought up, you know, if, for example, if you were brought up in a community or family traditions that you found yourself changing from, or you found yourself not relating to with age or with knowledge or with wisdom or with intuition, don't let those people affect you in ways where you feel shameful of who you are now. Because if they have power over your change, then you will not change for the better. And that is my opinion. So every change that you go through has either a blessing or a lesson attached to it. And so you shouldn't thrive or you shouldn't aim to be the same as you were when you were younger, or even 2 years from 2 years from now. No, 2 years prior to your now, right? Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't honor your child self, because that is something that actually indicates what you are here for. Meaning you start to remember your purpose, or you start to remember what makes you tick. What is your passion? What makes you happy? What makes you feel joy? And the reason why our inner child or our younger self is something that we kind of go back to, relate to, is because society today. So, you know, when you grow up, you start to get indulged or get involved with 9 to 5, school work, university, and it's constant. From being a child not caring about anything to having to have good grades, having to surpass your friends, competition from day one. This is all so egotistic that you start to lose your inner child in the mess of fitting in society standards. So that is why we have that issue of trying to find or refinding the child self. But if you, for example, let's say, best case scenario, you maintain that child self from the beginning and you take it with you to adulthood, not giving a fuck what others say, even including people you care about, family, friends, whoever. You don't care to disappoint, you know? So if you find yourself in that position, well done. Because society standards is not to make you here. It's not here to help you fulfill your purpose. It's to help you fit in the norms. And we all know how much that sucks. Because you're not aligned with your purpose here. And so automatically, you start to mask and lose yourself and start to identify with the mask, in this case, the ego, and you start to forget the soul. That's why a lot of people, don't even identify with their soul. They're like, oh, science, show me the facts. But what if I tell you the facts are wrong? What will it be then? You know what I mean? So, what I'm trying to say, don't feel bad for changing. Don't feel bad for people walking out of your life. Don't feel bad when someone from your past comes to you and says, ooh, you're different. Well, that's what's supposed to happen. If you're not growing in life, what the fuck are you doing? You know? And hopefully for the better, because you can also go on the opposite side of the spectrum and go for worse. But this is just to bring awareness that you're not supposed to be like the old days. It's okay to change. It's okay to embrace that. It's okay to identify with your newer versions every time and to be proud of them, because there's so many of them. Who you are now will change in a year or 2 or 5 or 10, and that's okay. You don't have to be stuck in the past with a version of yourself that you feel is the person you want to be. For example, if you find yourself in a situation where you want to be someone that you were before, and that is a genuine craving or a genuine desire or a genuine identification that you want to express yourself with, then just know that you have grown apart from who you are. So you've changed towards the worse instead of the better. Because when you change for the better, when you become a better version of yourself, you do not miss your past versions. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Because if you're better, what's to miss about your previous ones? And when I say previous ones, I mean your older versions. You're better. So, awareness, awareness, awareness. Embrace the journey. It's all about the journey. You know what? This will sound doom and gloom, but the destination is not life. The destination is death. So the journey is the continuous, the continuous growth and blessings. I'm not saying, life is going to be always hard, but life will be hard at times, even when you have the best, greatest life. Like, imagine, what is your dream life? You will have days in your dream life that you will feel shit. It's okay, right? So the destination is almost like passing on, being done with life. It's all in the journey. And I'm not saying that you don't, I'm not saying you shouldn't have goals. I say, have your dream life. Aim for it. Yes, that is not the destination though. Because even when you reach your dream life, you will face challenges. You will have days where you fucking want to kill others or kill yourself, or even, think your dream life is not the best life anymore and you want to change it. So it's a constant journey. Series of up and down, up and down, up and down. Maybe steady for a bit, up and down. That's why you should focus on the journey, not the destination. Because the destination is perhaps another life. But that's not why you're here. As long as you are here on Earth, you are still not done. So, enjoy the journey. Be aware of yourself. Be aware of your surroundings. And I say aware, meaning not fearing your surroundings, but aware, self-aware, mindfulness. Reflect on emotions that come to you. And just know that change is inevitable. It is the core of your makeup. You are energy, and energy is not still. Never will, never has, never will be. Embrace it. Okay.